After months of working on this project, I decided to cut together a rough draft and post it on some art subreddits to get some feedback. Some people understood what I was going for, but others did not, and soon enough, neither did I. It made me wonder why people create at all, what it is that drives an artist to put themselves out there. Is it in hopes of making something beautiful, connecting with an audience, or is it a selfish endeavor? I worked really hard on this, and after sharing it, I was left questioning whether I really belonged in the community I thought would accept and understand me. There's something quite painful about feeling out of place, like we aren't where we belong. Group dynamics are complicated. Even in a group, we can still feel alone. Everyone needs a sense of belonging, but to stick out, to divert from the norm, you become a target. Sequels are like this. The second movie in a franchise, the second book in a series, even the second child in a family is constantly being compared to the first. Whether you hate sequels,
I'll fucking kill him, I swear to God I'll fucking stab the cat to death.
or you love them, they're a product of success. So let's explore sequels. Art is so accessible today. Anyone can make art. With new techniques and technology, the barrier to entry is much smaller than it once was. Because of this, there is now an overabundance of art. But if art is subjective, it can be really hard to sift through the bad and the mediocre to find something truly good, something worth your attention. It's overwhelming. So many times I've been burned by works that demanded your attention, only to leave you with nothing in return. The result of this is that art has increasingly become derivative, a copy of a copy. I think this is the problem with sequels. They repeat the form but forget the function. Sequels reflect a larger problem with art, overproduction. As art is scaled up to appeal to a larger audience, it's sanitized. And as more and more people make art, it feels like the standards and quality of art decline. This is not to say that all sequels are bad, but we can all agree the majority are. And when they are, art starts to feel like it's manufactured on an assembly line and delivered to the masses. Music is a great example. Music is played everywhere, in stores, shopping centers, in restaurants, even bookstores. Music is so oversaturated that it can start to all feel the same, or blurring into one. The things we see all around us are simulations of what they once were, vaguely resembling the form, but over time we forget what it used to be. Art mimicking other art to look like art makes it feel spiritually vacant. There is a reason buildings don't look how they used to look. Furniture isn't made how it used to be made, and art isn't crafted the way it used to be crafted. Everything is a product in today's age, even you and I. It makes you question what would be the purpose of creating at all. If everything created is based on the things that came before it, is anything original or unique? Is my work just another copy of a copy? The answer might lie in the art of outsiders. While the system rewards artists for creation within the art world, outsider artists exist completely outside of it. Their drive for creation is not in admiration or even acknowledgement. It's strictly personal. The creative process in itself is the reward. Henry Darger, a janitor from Chicago, Illinois, wrote 15,000 pages over the course of 20 years for a novel titled In the Realms of the Unreal. Isolated, alone, and made in complete secrecy, he devoted much of his time to fleshing out the world of the unreal, with watercolor paintings and drawings to accompany it. With no formal training and no outside influence, Darger created purely for himself a dark and twisted world of war and destruction that centered around the Vivian sisters. Since 1973, Darga's collections have been displayed among museums and galleries across the US. James Hampton, a janitor from Washington, D.C., spent his time collecting cardboard, tinfoil, and gold scraps to assemble a throne for the second coming of Christ in his garage. Like Darga, Hampton worked in complete obscurity with no formal training, his works not known to anyone. Hampton's Throne of the Third Heaven of the nation's Millennium General Assembly was not found until after his death in 1964. It has been on display in the Smithsonian since. Outsider artists challenge the very premise of the art world. Their devotion and innate compulsion to create is almost primal, something no one can really explain, something we will never truly understand. They remind us that great art doesn't need validation, it doesn't need a gallery or a degree, it only needs to be made. There's something haunting about how much they gave and how little they asked for in return. Where sequels often dilute meaning for mass appeal, outsider artists create beauty and meaning without anyone watching. So, which is more original? Those who create in a vacuum, like the outsider, or those who create influenced by the world around them? Maybe what makes a work great is a balance of both. Artists, whether consciously or not, are influenced by their surroundings. Good art reflects a unique filtering of the world, a healthy mental diet. Art echoes myth as a collective inheritance, coming through us, not just from us. But unexamined, influences can lead to derivative work. This is where creation in a vacuum is useful, to sit and earnestly pick apart your work, isolating yourself with it, to turn what has influenced you into something honest and unique. The reason so many sequels fail is because they prioritize commercial repetition, rather than offer something honest and unique. They become products, just another 100 in the making. Sequels don't have to be bad, they just have to remember why the first one mattered in the first place. I think I'm still doing this hoping it becomes something worth finishing. Like Darga and Hampton, I'll keep going. Even if no one cares or understands, because maybe that's the point, not to be understood or noticed, but to keep creating anyway. Quietly and obsessively. Outsider artists worked in silence, untouched by the noise of validation. But I can't escape it. Every post, every comment, every algorithm pulls me back into doubt. The road ahead feels unclear, and I can't shake the thought that maybe none of this is worth it.